Hey guys, today I'm bringing you guys a reading for Scorpio. If you are with a Capricorn, a Virgo, or a Taurus Scorpio, these are separation messages. I'll leave timestamps for your sign. We're going to talk about sort of like some shadows that were reflected in the separation so far. How does the divine feminine feel? How does the divine masculine feel? And we're going to talk about advice going forward, okay? So let's get into this. We're going to start with Scorpio and Capricorn. And Scorpio and Capricorn. So how is the divine feminine feeling in this separation period? How is she feeling? Some things maybe that, she's struggling with. Let's see what we're getting. All right, so she's ruminating. She's in an energy where she can't stop thinking about the past. Can't stop thinking about what she did or what she didn't do, what she could have done, what she should have done. There's a lot of what if energy around her. There's a lot of what ifs, a lot of uncertainty, and she's questioning her actions. Divine feminine, you feel like you are lost in the memories. You're lost in this stagnant time of wanting progress, but it's not happening. You don't know what you did. You don't know what to do. It's a lot on your mind, but it's sort of taking away from your drive to keep on your path. Okay, I feel like it's a stop sign for you right now. Like you're stopped. You were supposed to pause and reflect, but you've stayed longer. You've overstayed your welcome in the memories is what I'm getting from Spirit. Spirit wants you to try to focus on something for the future, anything for the future. Spirit's like, pick a new goal, because we can't stay like this. We're not growing. We're not helping ourselves. We're not doing anything. Time is just ticking by. Nothing is really happening. We're not acknowledging, even though we're in the past thinking, we're having a hard time still acknowledging is what Spirit is saying. And you've also got think outside the box. So you might be being called to see this situation in an entirely different way. Spirit's like, sometimes you have to take off the rose-tinted glasses, or you have to change your viewpoint in order to understand how to reach a new healing, or how to reach new heights with your forgiveness, or anything that, you feel like you haven't cleared up from the past. Spirit's like, let's go back. Let's do what we got to do, but let's not stay stuck there. So Spirit is trying to urge you forward, and they're urging you to look at this a different way. Look at it from different eyes. Look at it from maybe your twin's perspective too. That's what Spirit is now encouraging you to try to heal this, help yourself get over this, and move forward. So let's see a shadow that is sort of there, something that is, triggering this rumination, or this pause, or this inability to move forward. Let's see what's the cause of that. So we've got intelligence wounds. I always felt like I wasn't smart enough. So there's something about you feeling challenged about your intelligence. It could be that, you feel like maybe your twin flame surpassed you, or you needed to impress them in some way. You are very focused, I feel like, on, what you look like in a conversation, or what you're like in a relationship, or you wonder what people think about you. So I feel like a lot of it has to do with being overly concerned what others will think. So Spirit's like, this is an obstacle. This is definitely blocking you. You might have felt not good enough, not smart enough for your twin. You might have felt like there was things that you missed, and that might be making you feel this way. But either way, Spirit's like, we got to get serious about this now. So let's see anything else that is sort of surrounding this for you. And we've got nourishment. So I feel like Spirit wants you to nourish your soul more. Really give yourself what your soul wants, like whatever your soul is calling for. So if there's something that keeps like repeating in your head, or something that you keep like seeing, it's not like a coincidence. It's not by chance. Spirit is definitely trying to show you ways to get to this. And I feel like through that, you will heal so many other like aspects of this, things from the past within yourself. Maybe you have some worry wounds. Maybe you have some wounds from the past that, have held you back in other relationships, or other things that you wanted to pursue. So I feel like Spirit's like, put some of that love back to yourself. Put some of that attention back to yourself. Start giving yourself what you need. Provide for yourself. Do what you need to do for yourself. That's really what we're getting from Spirit. So let's get a fortune card sort of to move forward into the end part of this relationship and to the end part of this reading. And we've got Star. Hard times are over. Look forward to an abundance of happiness, enthusiasm, and positivity. So I feel like you moving into this acceptance, you really are the Star right now. You don't realize it, but you know, you are taking in healing because I feel like you're aware of things. You're becoming aware of things. So just in that aspect, like working on some of these things, giving yourself nourishment, you know, letting go of the fact that we're not perfect, we never will be, sort of thinking outside the box and getting out of the past. I feel like the Star energy is helping you rise to new ways of acceptance of yourself, acceptance of your twin, and acceptance of the journey. I hope that that was helpful. Let's get into the divine masculine aspect of this. So how's the divine masculine feeling in this? So they feel like time constraints. They feel like time's running out. Clock's ticking. It could be for them to have kids. It could be for them to settle in their career, money, a house. It could be more the financial world, more the stability world for them. They feel like they're running out of time. They feel like they've missed opportunities. They don't know how to get themselves back. They don't know what they're going to do. They're in a very stressed, very place of you know, worry, okay, over what's about to happen, what's going to happen, what's going to happen in the future. They're very future focused, a lot of anxiety around them right now. It could be something they need to make a decision by a certain time, or something that they felt like they needed to do. They might have had some type of bucket list. They had to do this by a certain time, or I was going to be rich by the time I was 40, or I was going to have kids by the time I was 45, or I was going to be married like this. I was going to be the owner of my own company like that. Something's happening with that with them, and they're in this illusion of time right now. I also feel like they think they have to do shit by a certain time to fulfill their part of the journey, and that's just not true. Nobody can put time constraints on healing, on progress that you're doing for yourself. Nothing. Your journey might take 5 years, theirs might take a year. So something with that being hung up on time. All right, so let's see a shadow that is attached to this, because this could help understand, you know, help you understand. All right, so let's see. Emotionally detached. So life has thickened my skin. So you might not have been able to deliver on time that part of the connection, that part of the relationship that your twin wanted. Your twin might have wanted more emotion out of you, more feeling out of you, more talking about emotions, more talking about feelings. And you may just have developed this through life. You know, you don't give a lot of yourself because you're afraid people are going to suck you dry. You don't trust easily because people have fucked you over. You know, you don't, you know, put yourself out there a lot because you know that people kind of have shown you that they can be real jerks. So some things about that have hardened you, but also about this connection. I feel like you went extra hard because you did not want to get hurt with this. So your guard is up, your walls are up very, very high, and you know, your twin flame couldn't reach you. So that's part of the struggle here. So let's see if there's anything else, you know, Spirit wants us to know surrounding this. Advice, anything at all that Spirit wants us to know. So we've got self-love. So it could be that you have put a lot of effort into past relationships and never felt like really loved, or maybe you never felt like what love really feels like, or there's something about that maybe you thought you did, but you were fooled. Something about honing in on that, and have you given yourself the love that you have put out into the world, is what Spirit wants you to ask yourself, and start to get back to this. Start to do things for you that make you feel good. Buy yourself stuff, like spoil yourself, make yourself feel good. Tell yourself that you're great. Look in the mirror. Tell yourself you're beautiful, handsome, whatever. I feel like Spirit wants you to get to that. There's definitely something in connection to all of this in these reasons. So maybe, you know, you leave me some comments. See, let me know how these things register. All right, so let's get a card to end this. All right, so the Fool. Have the courage to embrace change, take risks, and be adventurous. So you might be such a stable, secure, sturdy person that you don't like risks. You don't like new beginnings. You fear change. And you don't like to be pushed out of your comfort zone. So Spirit's like, but we're always going to tell you the opposite. So we are pushing, and we want you to go forward, and we want you to find a new way, and we want you to take risks. So this might be what you need to sort of broaden your horizons within your soul, so it can help you get into ascension with your twin flame. I hope that these messages were helpful. Let us now get on to Scorpio and Taurus. So let's see the Divine Feminine's perspective in this with Scorpio and Taurus. So the Divine Feminine's feeling empowered. She is feeling like she's stepped back into her power. She's taken her power back. She is showing her perseverance here. Let's see anything else with her. We've got blind journey. So she's willing to start her part of the journey. She's not afraid anymore. I feel like she's finally come into an energy where she's like, you know what? F this. I'm taking those steps. I don't care. I'm going to throw caution to the wind. Something that she normally does not do. But because she's done that, she's empowered herself. She's never felt so scared, but so good in the same aspect. She's really going up and down with that right now. I feel great. I feel like crap. I feel secure. I feel insecure. I feel stable. I feel not stable. So I feel like she's fighting through all of this right now, and possibly being alone, or has not been alone for this amount of time for this long without another single person in her life, like romantically. And that's a good thing. You're here for a reason, Divine Feminine. You're learning that strength, that self-reliance that you may have missed throughout life with different partners. Okay? You missed out on that. You missed out on this. I have to just go and not know what's going to happen. It's okay. I'll make myself be as stable as I can. It has empowered you in ways you would not think. But because you're on the blind journey and you're scared, let's see if there's any fears or shadows that, you know, could possibly like hold you back in any way. Ooh, we've got stubbornness. And I do kind of see where that could come into this. I only hear what I want to. So you might not want to hear anything that's not what you want to hear about your twin flame. You might want to hear nothing that's not happy love ending. Okay. You want to know at the end of this blind journey, you're going to get what you want. He or she might be waiting for you on the other end. You know, your divine masculine or divine feminine. You might be like, oh, I'm doing this for this reason. So I feel like Spirit's like, don't do it for them. Do it for you, and stop worrying about them. It's okay to not know what they're doing. It's okay if they're not making the same progress as you. Stop worrying about them. Put the energy back to you. And I feel like some things you will have to be more open to. You have to be open to other people's advice, or people who know you very well or want to help you. Don't take it as somebody's trying to control you or rule you or make you sad for no reason. Be a little more open to it. It's somebody seeing it from a different perspective. They might just be trying to show you from their angle, from their view. Does that make any sense? All right, so let's get a fortune card for you. Let's get a fortune card for you. So we've got the moon. Pay attention to your intuition at this time and move ahead confidently. Yes. Another thing with Taurus is that you all struggle with your intuition and your meditation. You have to try to find a way, even if it's for 5 minutes a day, to picture yourself somewhere really, really peaceful and serene, and ground yourself and white light protect yourself. But I feel like the moon cycles greatly affect you, okay? So moon cycles might be something with hormones, or it could be something with moods or fluctuations or something like that. Spirit's like, pay attention to your gut. Your gut knows what's best. Trust it. You're not crazy. It's not crazy. It's for a reason. When you get that little niggle and those little twitches in your stomach, that's for a reason. So whatever you think at that time you're getting those twitches in your stomach, pay attention to that, okay? That's what Spirit wants you to know. All right, let's get into the divine masculine aspect of this. And how is the divine masculine feeling in this connection, in separation? So they're numbing their emotions. They feel too heavy emotions. They feel too burdened. They feel too sad, too stressed. They don't really want to really feel anything, really. This is some kind of a learned behavior for them, okay? They might have been doing this when they were a teenager. They might have been turning to a substance or turning to something that was harmful to help them overcome or help them forget their pain or forget what they were going through. This particular separation has been particularly hard for them, as they are reverting back to those behaviors. They're doing things to want to numb themselves, whether it's with substances, like I said, that could be drugs or alcohol, or if it's some other form of escapism they don't want to feel. It hurts too much, okay? They might be hypersensitive to hurt and emotional upset, and this has definitely triggered a lot of shit, okay? So let's see what else we get for the divine masculine and what's going on with this. I feel like we need another card. So I feel like they definitely are stripped down. They're definitely not in this, I want to say like this falsity or this fake energy. They're stripped down of that, okay? They don't like that. They don't like to be vulnerable. That's what it is. The second they feel vulnerable, they're going to turn to those old pattern ways, divine masculines. So let's see why, because this has to do with the mirror. Let's see what the mirror has to say. So we've got a fear of change. I have a habit of getting stuck in my own way. So it could be that, you know, they're just so accustomed to acting this way and doing these behaviors that they don't want to change them. They don't think there's anything wrong with it. I mean, deep down they know there is. Deep down they know it's not healthy what they're doing to cope, but they never learned coping skills. So also I feel like change makes them feel like they're being pushed, they're being rushed, they're being shoved. They don't want to do that. When they do that, they go almost in this stubborn way, almost like this. They have a crutch of some kind, and they're just in refusal to heal. They're just in refusal to open it up. It's too painful. It's too scary. That's the energy that they're in. So let's see what else surrounds this for them, divine masculines. Look at that. We're talking about the masculine, and we've got the masculine here. So stepping into your powerful masculine energy to overcome this wanting to numb all the time is what I'm feeling. When you step into that, you become into your full power and you become invincible and you start healing. And once you heal shit, it's gone forever. You don't even have to look back at it, and it empowers you. And we've also got peace. So divine masculine needs to give themselves peace at this time. Very important, because the struggle is real when it comes to emotions, and feeling emotions for some people is so painful. It's worse than getting like stabbed. So they're in a real energy about that. All right, let's see one fortune card surrounding this. So we've got coffin, natural endings abound, take care with health. So this could be for mental health, okay? It could be more about not being able to accept endings in life, and that is part of change. Change is from an ending. Every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end. So this is what the struggle is, struggle with the ending, trying to push the ending away when really the ending is a new beautiful beginning. So that is what divine masculine is suffering with right now in this connection. They're suffering with this. It's hard for them to, you know, I feel like it's hard for them to get over this. They don't understand that it just is what it is and it has to happen, okay? So yeah, it's difficult, but you know, it's right in front of you, and the more that you go into this with acceptance and bravery, you know, the better that you'll come out in the end. All right, so let's get on to now Scorpio and Virgo. So Scorpio and Virgo, let's hear from the divine feminine part of this connection. What's going on with the divine feminine? Ooh, we've got stripped down, and we've got some childhood wounds. So they're working on their childhood wounds. This is shadow work for the divine feminine, going deep, looking deep within, you know, taking away all of their comforts somehow must have happened here with this. This means that you're out of your comfort zone. It means that your comforts have been taken away from you for some reason, or you're not finding comfort in the things that you used to, okay? You might have been able to soothe yourself, and for some reason you're having a hard time doing that. You're not understanding sort of where it's coming from, the deeper, but you're getting there because you're stripping down and you're going deep into childhood. So there's something that I feel like connected you to want to do this or go back to look at this, and you might be remembering memories from your childhood or things that happened or traumas or things that sort of made you be this way. You might have been negatively programmed from parents or caregivers. Something is coming out. It's making you want to change. It's making you not want to be that same person, okay? And the healing of this has to happen. So I feel like this is why it's so hard, and this is why you feel so stripped. Okay, so let's see, what is the mirror, what is the trigger, what is the shadow, because that helps us. And it's self-esteem. I am always worried about what others will think. And it's also being worried that you're not good enough, you're not pretty enough, you're not valid enough, you're not smart enough. So overly worrying, overly focused on yourself, thinking that, you know, you're not going to be what you need to be for somebody, okay? But Spirit's like, be who you need to be for you and strengthen the bond you have with yourself. You have to be in a relationship with yourself and your higher self before you can really be in a relationship to give you fulfilling love and commitment and all of that. I feel like Spirit's like, get back to you. You have to start to realize that your flaws are beautiful. Everything about you, good and bad, is beautiful, okay? It's the duality that I feel like you're struggling with. Too much of dark, too much of light. Where's the happy medium in the middle? I feel like you need to get up every day and look in the mirror and tell yourself how beautiful you are. I feel like you need to understand that it's inner beauty and outer beauty. It's all in one. You could be very beautiful internally and love and have all this healing to give and all this kindness to give and wanting to help everybody, but deep down you're very judgmental on yourself. Okay, and focused on flaws. So this is what Spirit is leading you to try to get out of this. So let's get sort of a final couple of cards for you here. Anything else that you need to know about any of these feelings, anything like that, anything at all? And we've got power. So I feel like you have to step back into your power. You have to know that you have the power to change everything and anything you want at any given time. When you feel stuck, it's just an illusion. It's not for real. I feel like Spirit is actually challenging you to go over your fears right now. Go over your anxieties right now, because something about that is going to give you the confidence boost of a lifetime. So it's all about you. It's all about working on you, your health, your needs, your job, all of that stuff. You, okay? Let them go for now. You just focus on you. So let's get a fortune card for you. All right, so we've got angel. Your angels are guiding and protecting you on your spiritual journey. So you're being divinely guided. You do have assistants. You do have angels. Ask the angels for help when you feel overwhelmed. I feel like they're there for you. You have guardian angels. This could be ancestors. It could be loved ones that are there on your spiritual team helping you, okay? They're trying to send you messages. They're trying to bring new awareness to you. So just open those ears and eyes, baby. All right, let's get into the divine masculine part of this connection. All right, divine masculine, what's going on? Grief stricken. So we've got grief. It could be real grief over like a loss, like a death, like something like that. Lord knows this world is in a terrible state right now. And it could be them grieving the connection that's in separation right now. They're kind of in a stage of grief where there's no acceptance. There's some denial. There's some sadness. There's regrets. There's a lot of very heavy feelings that they're trying to balance right now. They're very worried about sort of, you know, I feel like they're almost worried about their own mental health. I feel like they're almost worried about it. Like usually they're not. Usually they're like, I overcome things. But something is like they're not overcoming this for some reason. They may have been so detached in the past that everything, all this shit like hit them at once. And it's sort of like, I don't know, like they almost feel like it's an attack on their emotions is like what I'm getting. So let's see anything else we need to know about them. So we've got intuition. So it could be too that there's some things that they deny. Like it could be like they don't trust their intuition enough. Divine masculine may not. Divine feminine is a little more in tune with that. So I feel like Spirit's trying to show you, you may be communicating with someone from the other side. You may have this gift. You may be getting signs and nudges and things that are coming through to you, and it might be scaring the shit out of you. I feel like you definitely have had some type of opening of your third eye, or something has opened in your channeling energy. You're channeling right now. I really do feel like this. These two cards coming together. Because I feel like this is somebody from maybe your past that passed away, and they're definitely around you and they're trying to help you strengthen this. I also feel like you are intuitive enough about your twin flame that maybe some things that you didn't want to believe or some things that you found out were very upsetting or very hard to get over. So yeah, you're in that sort of needing to trust yourself, okay? That's what I feel like. Trust yourself. Trust the messages that are coming through to you. Let's see some shadows that you might need to work on. We've got defensiveness. I feel attacked when people point out my shortcomings. So yeah, sometimes people are trying to help you. Don't take everything as like a criticism. I feel like your twin might have showed you some things and you might have met it with defensiveness, and you might be sort of like regretting that now, or worried about that now, or overly focused about it now. That's all ego. Ego gets attacked very easily. It could feel attacked very easily. Usually we're trying to cover up fear or anxiety about something that we don't want to feel vulnerable about. So Spirit's like, look to see what you think that is. And we've also got for you fear of humiliation. I'd rather keep things in than embarrass myself. So it could be you don't know how to express yourself, or you're fearful to express your true feelings, or you're fearful to maybe speak up or speak out. because you don't want to feel like, you know, laughed at, or you don't want to feel like your feelings are not valid, or, you know, you're probably fearful of too, like they're not going to feel the same way. So there's a lot of that right now that, you know, you're working through, and that's kind of complicated and it is sort of like delaying the transition a little bit. So let's see what we get for you from these fortune cards. So we've got Owl. There are spiritual messages and come on, I just said this. You open up that intuition. I feel like you definitely like have spirit like trying to contact you or come through to you. Okay, there are spiritual messages and great wisdom to be found during this period of transition. You see, you're being given the gift of like third eye, like the gift of like intuition and the gift of like the sight for a reason. I feel like you need to let this happen because there's things that you're going to see that you need to see about your healing process, and that's going to help you reunite with your twin flame. I hope these messages were helpful. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next reading. Don't forget to like and subscribe and check the description box for special details about my private readings and my twin flame mentoring support group on Facebook.